Yeah. They bombed the surface. They think that's all there is. But the real war was underneath, where the tunnels breathe, where the missiles wait, where the empire that can't reach. They told us we softened the targets, cleared the way. Satellite images show the surface in gray, craters, rubble, the dust of a strike. They said mission accomplished, but something ain't right. The intel said factories, said launch sites, said storage. But every time we hit, there was no sign of courage, no secondary blast, no fire in the pit, just concrete and silence and the feeling we hit. Something that wasn't there, a phantom, a ghost, a decoy, a shadow, a well-placed post. I walked the perimeter, kicked at the stone. The ground had a hum that was deep in my bone, like something below, something awake, something that knew the ground would not break from the bombs we dropped, from the steel we sent. The surface was just where the empire spent its treasure, its pride, its need to be seen, while the real war waited, patient and clean. We got the pictures, the generals, the brief, but the ground was a lie, geological thief, stealing our sense of what we had won. The war we thought over had just begun. The underground, where the missiles sleep and the tunnels sound. The underground, you bomb the earth, you pound the stone, but the war below is a war you can't own. Every bunker is a kingdom, every cave a crown. The underground, you thought you cleared the surface, thought you won the day. The underground is where the real war stays. We learned this art from the ground itself, from the mountains that hide the books on a shelf of history, of war, of the empire's greed. We carved our survival into the limestone's creed. My father worked the tunnels in the Iran-Iraq war, shoveling earth where the jets couldn't score. He said the ground is a mother, the ground is a grave, the ground is the weapon that the empire can't save. Now I work the same shafts, the same granite veins, moving the missiles, breaking the chains of surveillance, of satellites and drones in the sky. The underground is where the real power lies. From the Zagros to Albers, the ridges are hollow, with workshops and silos, with paths that we follow for generations. Since Cyrus first dug a network of vengeance, a network of strong at the bombs that fall, at the fleets that wait. The underground is the master of fate. We don't need your permission to build to survive. We've been living under empire since the first one arrived. The ground is our ally, the stone is our shield, the tunnels are the fortress that will never yield. Beneath the bombs, beneath the steel, a kingdom grows that you can't feel. The ground is hollow, the ground is deep, a promise that the empire can't keep. Let me tell you a story the archives don't show, of the underground cities where the people would go when the Mongols came burning, when the timid sword swung. The Quanats, the tunnels, the songs they sung. Gorgon had wars, but the people had caves.